Okay, if you're thinking of handing your rent-to-rent properties over to a management company, before you do that, let me show you why that decision could cost you thousands and wreck your business. No one, and I mean no one, will run it better than you. So I've helped hundreds of people launch and scale their rent-to-service accommodation business, and I've seen it time and time again. People outsource way too early, thinking it will save time. It ends up costing them so much money, all of the control and reputation. Some of my clients outsourced, and let's just say they don't anymore. In this video, I'll break down exactly why management companies often fail your business and what you need to watch out for. And most importantly, how to run a professional, optimized rent-to-SA unit yourself so you never have to hand it over. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to build your dream team, systemize and set up, and turn your service accommodation unit into a direct booking machine. So here's the brutal truth. Most management companies don't give a shit about your business like you do. They're reactive, not proactive. They prioritize volume over quality. They don't optimize for profitability. They just keep things ticking. They rarely chase direct bookings. They don't follow up with leads. They don't upsell. They don't know how to optimize like every single bit of it. Check-ins, check-outs, maximize the potential earning. And they don't know how to convert a last-minute inquiry into a long-term corporate let. You might have spent time getting that property. It's your asset now. But why would you hand over someone who doesn't treat it like one? So I've had clients who have outsourced their first or second deal, right? And without naming any names, I'll tell you what happened. They come to me because they were getting absolutely zero bookings. I had a look at the listing, I had a look at the host, the professional host, and the listing was not optimized at all. There was no discounts on a nightly or weekly or bi-weekly, monthly. There was absolutely no discounts. They had some bookings and then there were no reviews and there were no emails sent trying to get those reviews. This was a new listing, so reviews are vital at the start. So yeah, the pricing wasn't optimized. The title wasn't optimized. The description was rubbish. It didn't stand out amongst 75 other listings. Even the main picture was not optimized. They used my students' pictures. They didn't get a professional kind of picture team to really optimize it. It was just rubbish, right? And for a property management company that has many properties, this is what people think. They come in and they just expect, yeah, these guys are the best. They're property management company. They should know exactly and solve all my problems. They don't. They really don't. So the pricing wasn't optimized. That was the biggest thing. It was just set and forgot about it. I straight away looked at the comparables in the area and looked at they were a lot cheaper because it was low season. So I said to my student, you need to go back to the property management company and tell them to reduce the nightly rate to this, in line with the competition, to try and bring in a few more bookings. This is the thing with service accommodation. It's not just set the price and that's what it is all throughout the year. You've got to look at your competition. Price Labs is literally built for this. It will automatically adjust. You can even set limits so it doesn't adjust drastically. But yeah, you have to be changing like every week. Look at your competition every single week. £5 a night can make a vital difference sometimes. So my students thought they were buying back time, but what they actually bought was a mess. And it usually comes down to me to help pick up the pieces. So at the beginning, you are the best person to run this unit. No one else knows the business, the setup, the guests, or gives a toss like you do. So here's what you do control, right? You control the guest experience, the pricing strategy, the reviews, the branding, the direct bookings, upsells, long-term bookings, cleaner accountability. So you don't need to run around doing everything forever, but until you've mastered the system, you shouldn't be outsourcing it. Otherwise, how do you know what to look for if it suddenly just tanks? So let's build a bulletproof setup, right? This is straight from my mentorship. So your power team setup. Number one, you got the cleaner. They're going to do a video walkthrough after every single clean and send it to you on WhatsApp Business. So make sure you're downloading WhatsApp Business. That way, if you get any guests check in after that video and say that there was no linen, you can literally just watch that video your cleaner sent after the previous clean, but there's clearly towels and bedding. At least then you know, and you're not getting those thoughts like, oh, did my cleaner do this? And then go to your cleaner and actually it has been done and you just cause some friction between you and the cleaner. This has to be systemized. The expectation has to be set on the cleaner, what they're going to do from the moment you onboard them. So that's just one thing from your cleaner. Post clean videos sent to you, like 2-3 minutes, just a walkthrough of all of the rooms. Doesn't have to be like zooming in on skirting boards, just to so you can watch it and be like, yeah, it's been cleaned, the beds are in great condition, there's towels at the end of every bed, I can see the kitchen's clean, you know, the kitchen sink is clear, etc. The bins are empty, done. Tick. You also should be adding your cleaner to the channel manager as a role of the cleaner so they can see exactly when a check-in is happening and a check-out is happening. I always confirm it in a WhatsApp. I'd screenshot it as well, just and send it to WhatsApp Business in the Power Team chat. So the cleaner is double notified, like in the channel manager and the WhatsApp Business chat for the cleaners. So that it's crystal clear that there is a check-in on this date and they're checking out on this date. Nothing worse than when a new guest arrives and it hasn't been cleaned. It's panic. It's absolute panic stations. Like, get that property cleaned as soon as possible to prevent a bad review. Reviews are everything. It affects your superhost status if you get a certain amount of bad reviews. That way you can never really rank. So having superhost status is vital. So also in your WhatsApp team should be maintenance team. Like, don't Google teams when things go wrong. You should have kind of backup already in place, like an electrician and plumber. So as soon as things go wrong, you can just open up WhatsApp Business. Hey guys, plumbing, the boiler is not working. I've tried to reset it multiple times, don't know what's going on. You want to get this sorted as soon as possible. So if you have your team in a WhatsApp chat, you send something and they know the expectation. You've onboarded them as this is ad hoc work in an Airbnb and things need to be turned around quickly. So clear check-in instructions, upsell late checkout, long stays, direct deals. So when somebody books the stay, either through the website or Airbnb, booking.com, they instantly receive the confirmation of stay, the check-in information, very detailed. You can even have a virtual assistant 3 days later call the guest that is going to stay and just confirm they've read the check-in information, because there's nothing worse than at 11 o'clock at night you have a random mobile phone number and you will get anxiety because it's like, oh, what's gone wrong, or are they just checking in? And it's crazy. If I was booking an Airbnb, I wouldn't arrive at 11 p.m. at night. A lot of people do. The amount of phone calls I get at 11 p.m. at night, checking in, what's the lockbox code? You've received it in the check-in instructions. I haven't got an email. It's like the next day you log into your channel manager and you can see they've opened it, and it's just so frustrating. So have a virtual assistant eventually to call every single guest and make the check-in information crystal clear. And they can even send a text or a WhatsApp to the guest. Here's the lockbox code. The very first thing, just get them in the property. That prevents all phone calls at stupid o'clock at night. So there's dynamic pricing tools, right? Manual override for events using your channel manager. You can even block off certain dates, inflate prices, reduce prices for certain dates. Everybody should just be kind of open for 2 months and then completely shut for the rest of the year, but have a duplicate listing on Airbnb which is set to inquiries only. So technically you've got 2 listings on Airbnb, but you can never be double booked. Does that make sense? That way you can look for the long-term bookings, but also protect yourself and not kind of ruin the chance of ever getting a long-term booking because you've only got a 2-month window for short stays. So your own website should be optimized for converting direct bookings. So the way to convert is you need a Google My Business profile. So if you open up Google, click the top right hand, there's like a bunch of squares, click that, and then underneath that it would be Google Business Profile. You need to be setting that up. That way you can have your property on Google Maps. Very important. That way teams of contractors will be zooming into like Google Maps, you know, short-term accommodation in Oxford, for example, and then they go on Google Maps, zoom in on the area that they want to stay in, and then your property should pop up, and it should be quite obvious. You know, it's quite obvious that it's accommodation. Teams will click it, boom, up pops your website. So that's just one way that you can convert to direct bookings. Don't just rely on Airbnb and booking.com all the time. Those days are gone. It's too saturated. Photography. If you've got a good phone and you've got an eye for photography, then perfect. Go ahead and take your own pictures if you've got the eye for it. If you do not have the eye for it, then get a professional photographer. Your pictures are the showstopper. And don't be taking pictures with curtains closed. In the dark. Blinds closed as well. It blows my mind. Or, you know, some clients have taken pictures when it's completely dark. Lamps are off. Curtains are closed. There's ripples, creases in the bed linen. And it's just like, guys, think. Use your nuts and bolts. Clear the creases, open the windows. You want a very nice show-stopping picture. Make it a showstopper, you know? Open the windows, take pictures throughout the day when the sun is shining. Turn the lamps on, make it look inviting, bright, modern, clean. If you don't have the eye, get a professional photographer. If you do have the eye, take the pictures yourself until you're getting bookings, then get a professional to come in and really spruce up those pictures. So when can you outsource? Don't get me wrong, I'm not against outsourcing, okay? I'm not anti-outsourcing, I'm just against bad outsourcing. So here's when when it is okay to delegate to a property management company. So only outsource when you've already run the unit successfully for 3 to 6 months and you know the ins and outs of this business. You know your property, you know the setup, you know how many bookings, you know how to optimize the pricing, the calendar, convert to direct, optimize the check-in, the check-outs, your virtual assistant. You have the standard operating procedures, the SOPs, they're all in place. You've trained your virtual assistants, you've got your power team, they're optimized. Like, this is when you are primed to give it to a property management company, because then you know what to look for. Then you know what questions to ask the property management company. Everybody just expects them to be ultra professional and take all your problems away and make it passive. Nope, you're still responsible for strategy. Don't outsource the thinking. If you don't know how to do the job, you can't teach someone else to do it. So listen, I'm running an event in London, 5th of April. London Heathrow Marriott Hotel. Okay, go to kennypittman.com, go to the events tab. It's £49, guys. I will be going through all of these similar tactics so you can walk away knowing exactly how to optimize your property and many, many more strategies and tactics. This isn't a motivate you day. Yes, there's going to be a lot of networking. There's going to be a lot of serious entrepreneurs there and people new to the property. My clients are going to be there as well. This isn't something I run regularly. Okay, this isn't like a monthly event. This is the second event I've ever done, and I've now opened it to the public. This is usually only clients only, so it's quite exclusive. There's only 60 tickets available max, so go to kennypittman.com or click the link in the description. If you've been following my content for a while and you're thinking about getting started into rent-to-rent, service accommodation or HMO, then come to the day. You will learn so much, or it might even answer the questions to your mind, thinking, actually, now I know that much, this isn't for me. So watch this video next, where I show you exactly when you follow tactics like I've spoke about in this video, where you can end up and the certain level that you can get to.